Welcome back to the 38th Annual National Veterans Wheelchair Games, co-presented by the Department of Veterans Affairs and the Paralyzed Veterans of America, along with the bully, the big bully, Ryan Lindstrom, ready in the championship game. I'm Michael Caratanudo to bring you, yes, quad rugby for the right to see who goes to the championship game, brought to you by First Nation. And this week's live streams are brought to you by USAA, the official media and technology sponsor of the 38th National Veterans Wheelchair Games. Well, my friend, you're ready in the championship match.
After
you bullied
a really
everybody.
tough game yesterday, boy, I tell you what, double overtime. That was definitely really tough. I mean, and it came down to the last 20 seconds in normal time, so. Definitely a fun game to play in. We all fought pretty hard in that game. Came back, I think it was down by 8 or 10 in the fourth quarter.
You were down by 10 and you came back. Wow, they
Yeah.
didn't run the clock out.
Nah.
How did you manage that?
We worked hard.
You and I talked about that. I know you can't,
Yeah.
you got to keep the pace up, but if you have that lead, slowing it down in the fourth quarter, shot clock, 40 seconds.
And that's where it comes into play also with the subs we have to make. So everybody has to get their 8 minutes. So we got the right 8 minutes for everybody at the right time. And in the fourth quarter, it really paid off for us.
That's awesome. That is who'd you beat? What team did you beat?
We beat the black team.
The black team.
Who beat red here.
Yes.
So this is gonna be, and we beat yellow, but red beat us. So it should be an interesting game here.
Well, yellow up 1-0. As that is Team Yellow, and the Enterprise team taking on the red, the Mercury team.
Oh boy, here's a big turnover.
Ooh. Very big turnover, and yes, that is number 5, Mason Simons. Gets it over to Scrappy Smith. Actually, I just found out from Scrappy moved to Arizona. He was in San Diego last year. And
yep, he just moved to Phoenix.
Yeah, it's a little bit outside there in Surprise. And they call it Surprise because all of a sudden you're driving and you see a sign, Surprise, you're here. That's what we used to say. No, that's a terrible joke. But anyway, no, he's out there and had a son, Duran. Got to see him the other day. I know him and he said him and Mom while he was out here getting warmed up were at the pool. He goes, since it is a little hot, but now he knows what it's hot like in Phoenix. See, he understands when I'm talking. Ryan, it's
talking real hot.
115 degrees. Yeah, it might not be any humidity, but when the monsoon's coming, it's 110 and humid. Oh, welcome to Phoenix in the monsoons.
Yeah, Scrappy's lucky. His wife got a job out there in Phoenix, and so he gets to go out and work with a really great program out there in Phoenix, actually. Phoenix Heat rugby team is an amazing team. It's a great program, great facility. That's where Nationals has been the last few years, so it's good for him.
Nice.
Yeah.
5 seconds on the shot clock. Again, a 40-second shot clock. So 2-0, the gold team leading, or 2-1, pardon me, as Red scored. And Chris Hall, Army vet, he talked. I actually got to catch up with him today because the other day, I guess we started playing kind of right away, and he was warming up. I didn't get to chat with him, so I was getting info again as guys coming out. But he said he's down with getting us out there. I told him I wanted you and him on my team, but Dave already claimed him, so I got you. So I just said I just want to set it up so I can just go through that. But
we're gonna have some fun with that. We gotta get that set up.
Okay, so on your team, you're on the gray team. See, look at that. Team X, Roman numeral for 10.
Oh yeah,
down by 10 points. How did you do it, man? How did you guys do it?
You know, we had a game plan.
Ryan
set.
Major let you come back, and I can't believe that. Oh, he must have been fuming.
I think he was a little heartbroken. Yeah. Love him to death, but I think he was a little bit heartbroken after that one. They worked hard. They worked really hard. But once me and Scott came in at the in the fourth quarter there, it was.
Oh, your other scoring machine, Scott Severn. I was going to mention, man,
my big dog. So I made some subs a little bit different. I ran lineups a little bit different, and I think that made all the difference in the world. Yeah.
Well, that'll be a matchup between two guys that are very feisty. I said to Chris, I go, you guys get a. I saw you get a little feisty yesterday, a little trash talk. I go, as long as you're not talking about dinner during the game, but you'll hang out afterwards,
exactly.
right?
Exactly. Oh yeah, we all actually just had lunch together. Leanne Joel, actually, who's out there right now, number 21. His wife and her family made some Spanish food all day for lunch today, and it was so good.
Oh, thanks for the invite.
Well,
come on the broadcast. No, I'm just kidding. That's awesome, though.
But yeah, it was really cool. We were up by the pool, had some food, and hung out. Because we're all family, Absolutely. We may get a little chirpy out here, but we're definitely
also, Jimmy
all
Green
family.
said yesterday it's like a family reunion of 600 when you come here each year.
That's exactly it, too. Yeah, that is exactly it.
And that is number 11 for the Terrence Smith. Now, I heard a rumor that Terrence Smith is over the age of 50.
He is, and he
no
is
way.
still a speed.
You got to be kidding me.
He's still a speed demon for
even
his age, yeah.
But
we call him Smitty.
Yeah, but he doesn't look like he's over 50.
He doesn't. No, he absolutely doesn't look like it. Nope. He's been playing He's been playing, I think, longer than I have, actually.
Wow. Army vet is Smith. I worked with quite a few Air Force vets yesterday.
Oh, there you go.
Mike Gilbow and Andy Burns. He came over for softball.
Yep.
And Jimmy Green in the Army. But the Air Force guys, they're not too shy to remind that they know their ASVAB scores were the highest. So I was asked politely to pass it.
Highest, I tell you what.
I was asked politely to pass that on. That's all I'm saying.
Navy's probably got the highest average. How about that?
There we go. As Red takes a timeout, 4-3.
Kelly making the call there.
Smith, man. When I heard that, I was like, "There's no way."
Yeah,
but again, I always thought that was isn't it? As we're in timeout here and a sidebar here to the quad rugby going on. And so again, Mason Simons addressing his team, obviously a big score leader. He's going to be double and triple team. We'll get more into that as the game goes on because I know
absolutely.
you deal with it all the time. But for in that instance when the question of, like, when somebody's like, "Oh, how old are you?" and like, "How old do I look?" Whoever came up with that question, I'm sorry, to me, it's one of the dumbest questions because I've never heard a real definition of what does an age look like.
Yeah,
like some people just have
true.
A young look.
Absolutely.
And, they could be in their 30s and they look like they're 17 or 18. Okay, allegedly look really young.
That's very true.
So I never, when they say, people say, "Oh, how old do I look?" I used to love to answer, "Oh, like 85," just because and they look at me like. I'm like, what does an age look like? Because all you're going to do, especially with, some people, not even just people say women, but men or women might get offended. Oh, look at Chris Hall. Nice move.
There we go. Nice.
What a bounce pass to Smitty there.
Pass.
Ooh, out of the timeout. Man, that makes it 5-3 in favor of the red team.
Well, here we go. Let's see if we can foot race here. A little wheel race. Let's say wheel race. How about that?
See. Oh, thank you. See, he did it. I am not the only one. Oh, that's a Scrappy. Why does everybody leave Scrappy alone? Every time
he had to leave him because he had to focus on the ball.
Right.
Yeah, Chris was getting a little behind there, so he had to go to the ball and try. Your main focus is always stop the ball.
Okay.
Force the pass. You force the pass, that's where a mistake can happen. Yep. Like right there, it was actually a pretty tough catch for Scrappy.
Right, yeah.
But he reeled it in. Absolutely.
Because I've said that even when you weren't on the broadcast with us, I said, I'm like, man, I go, guys left, but I go, you like everything else, you got to cut the ball off first.
Yep, absolutely.
And look at Smitty using his speed.
There we go.
Making it 6-4 as Travis Oldhauser gets a nice little bump. And how you doing? Chris likes to say hi to everybody.
Oh, absolutely.
Nice little friendly. How you doing? I'll be here all game.
You're in the game. Hello.
Scrappy. Ooh, because you got 10 seconds to get across.
Yep.
See, I always forget to say, because I remember him from last year, but I forget to share with everybody watching, like, just in case they forget.
First time viewers, pretty quick rundown. You got 10 seconds to inbound the ball. So that means it has to be touched by any player on the court. And then you have 12 seconds to get it over half court.
Oh, okay.
And from the time it's originally touched to the score, you have 40 seconds.
Okay.
And you have to dribble the ball within 10 seconds or pass it to another player. Yep.
And that's why, so if they're you're another thing, again, second nature, but looking up at the clock, because if you're holding the ball looking, you got to sit there and take a quick dribble.
Absolutely.
Or it's a turnover.
Yep.
Well, now the I was like, who has the
Waiting
ball?
for the
inbound. I was like, wait. I'm like, Ryan, this is a sick joke. Where's the ball?
Yeah.
But yeah, see, I was going to tease you. Even you said as he's running him down, but you said wheel him down.
Close call there.
Very close.
That was close to an over and back right there.
Yeah, because now once the front part of the chair cry, it's over. So if you stop and turn, if you stop anything and go
change direction at all, that's an over and back.
Gotcha.
Yep. And it goes by the chair, not the ball, like in basketball. Basketball goes by the ball.
Oh, okay.
And then the chair in rugby is the one that determines whether or not it's an over and back. Yeah.
Oh,
Which is a big deal here in rugby.
Smith. Ooh, Mason Simons. Ooh, had the deal. Look at the agility there.
Little Smitty boy, I tell you what, he can move around out there.
Well, you can do all the scouting you want. That's what I mean. Ryan enjoys this, but again, like I say, extra scouting before the championship game is.
What do you think I said yes to the broadcaster?
Exactly. I know. You don't want to hang out with me. He wants to see this. But
there's another turnover. Wow, that's a big turn. See, I told you this can be a good game. Yep, this should be a really good game.
So you've beat all three teams then, or the other two teams? The other three teams.
We didn't beat Red.
You lost to Red.
Two
that's
wins,
right,
one
right,
loss.
Right.
Yep. And that's why this game determines who goes to the gold medal game.
I got you.
Yep.
So your win over Black puts you in.
Yes. So that gave us 2 wins to 1.
Gotcha.
Each of these teams have a loss, so once they both have 2 losses or 2 wins, they go to the gold or bronze.
There it is. And the winner gets the lucky thing of playing right back to back.
Back to back.
And they'll be taking on a Black team then?
Yep.
So the Black team, actually, I mean, I know they would like to have done a little bit better, but at least they, only one game, a little more fresh.
Hey, yeah, absolutely.
Especially by this part of the week.
Especially when Ryan Major, and Jesse don't have to sub out of the game. They can play the whole game. So having one game fresh is good. Is way better than 2 games back to back.
Why don't they have to sub out?
Because the way they have to make their subs, they don't actually have to make any subs for Major or Jesse. They can make subs for the other 2 players on the court the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Like with my team, me and Scott Severn can only actually be on the court together for 2 quarters of the whole game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's a big part of what makes it tough with us. Like yesterday, wasn't until the 4th quarter where we were actually able to play together again.
Gotcha.
And we made up that. It was either 8 to 10 points in the 4th quarter. Yeah.
Nice.
It was pretty tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Especially when you start using the shot clock, and again, you got to watch it.
Yep.
But
absolutely.
Man, Brett Smith there showing off a little bit. It's all tied up at 8.
Yep. Brett Smith's moving pretty good. He's another one of those. You guess how old he is, but he's actually the same age as me. Yep. Yeah, we're the same age. And but he made some adjustments to his chair, so I'm hoping he's pushing a little bit better right now. I'm thinking he's getting a little more on top of his wheels and actually able to get into his push a little better. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Wow, a turnover there, and Chris Hull, look at that, all by himself. Gets away, playing nice inbound defense. So, so for first-time viewers here as they're checking out the Quad Rugby, again, wheelchairgames.org/live-streaming.com. And we'll have the game, again, the consolation game, third place game coming up at 8. But so when you see guys pinned into a corner and double team, like, you see a lot because they don't want you to get the ball. What's the I guess the thought process and reasoning of that?
So if you can get a guy in a corner, that's always better. Oh, Scrappy coming from behind here to get this ball.
He's got to pick it up before the line.
I tell you what a great push right there. Way to not quit.
And that was
he came from behind that pass.
That
pass was not made for him. Absolutely not. Yep, Scrappy caught up for that and saved Mason on that one. That was awesome.
And Mason with his like 7'2" span reach there, it seems like.
Yeah.
But so
here goes Scrappy.
Yeah,
Smitty right there going again.
Oh, Mason slowed him down enough. Scrappy getting in the way, and Joel now trying to get there. Oh,
what a snag right there!
Oh, and Scrappy, look at that. The discipline not to commit the foul. End up in the Mr. Penalty Box. Yeah. Mr. Penalty Box getting a few, bullying some people the other day. As I was commentating
every
on.
once in a while, the foul has a few different reasons. Sometimes you do it just to get that 1 minute break, or sometimes you get it to just get in somebody's head a little bit. It's a mind game too out here. It's big time. Yeah.
Ooh, almost a turnover.
Oh boy. Yep. Had to call a timeout there before the 12 seconds.
So they called the timeout. But so the strategy of leaving 2 guys on one bunched in or something. I saw the other game the other day when you weren't here. There was 3 surrounding a guy and he went nowhere.
So a big part of that is what you're betting on. Basically, is the mismatch. So you're betting on those 2 guys locking up that number 1 player so he can't have the ball and can't get over half court with the ball. He has to dump it off to another player that doesn't have the function that he has. So you're betting that they won't beat a 2-on-1.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Which actually, a lot of times is what happens. Yeah.
Well, Paul Mann now checking in the game for the red team. He's on the court with Chris Hull, number 5, Jeremiah Butler, and Joel Rodriguez. Yes, it is 4-on-4. I finally got that right after 2 years, Ryan. It's not 5-on-5 like hoops. It is 4-on-4. And for the Enterprise team in the, yellow, I say gold jerseys, but Mason Simons, number 5, along with number 11, Larry Porter, number 1, Scrappy Smith, and stop Scrappy. And that's out of bounds. That is number 2, Doug Pratt.
That's a big turnover right there.
No, I'm sorry. It's Emmett Pryor, number 3. It's not a 2, it's a 3. That is it, because
Emmett Pryor came in for Travis.
Yeah, right there on the goal line, too. That's for anybody. I mean, kind of, that's got to frustrate you when you're that close and it just rolls.
You got to be careful with
who
you're passing to, for sure, because you got to know, can they catch it really well, or do you have to put it in their lap, Yeah. It's pretty important to know all that information.
Look at Butler comes back and now takes a dribble, and he's going to get a little escort to across the goal line by Paul Mann. Oh, and he's taking a seat. Tick, tick, tick. Even though it's 123, 4 8-minute quarters, too.
Yep.
123 left to go here in the first. He is the bully, but he's a nice guy to us. Ryan Lindstrom, as he joins
Love you
us.
Guys.
As get some good Spanish food, and look at Mason Simon. Well, yeah, that's speed.
Absolutely.
It'll take somebody just a little extra screen so you can't get bumped off
a little
course.
Bit of a rub. I tell my low pointers, if they're worried about what they're doing wrong or right, I say just keep moving, and if you could stop somebody for 2 seconds, you are golden. That's what I need. Yeah.
Oh, look at Scrappy.
Gives me just enough time to get by.
Yeah, and Scrappy cuts Joel off there.
Coming in there to get the ball from the low pointer there. Nice handoff there from Joel. Jeremiah here needs to get out of this pile. They need to spread out.
40 seconds left. 5 on the shot clock. And look at Chris.
Keeps it on the ground. Nice move.
Mason and Scrappy time, a little miscommunication. I know it happens because you told me, but a few more hands just don't get pinched more, because it is, again, when you're going full speed, coaches in every sport said, if you start going half speed, that's when injuries happen, when you get hurt.
Yeah,
you're going full speed, it happens so fast, you're like kind of shaking up. But, the hand part, though, is not that. I'm just surprised more. I haven't seen more of it, which, knock on wood, I don't want to. But
I tell you what, you get your hand smacked one time down there, you get your hand out real quick. Yeah.
It's like first time you leave it in the way of a car door. I mean, again, same thing. You're going to learn,
You learn real quick. Don't put your hand down there. And what's crazy is having long arms like a Mason or me and a couple of these guys out here. You're pushing. Your hands are all the way down there by that bumper already when you release on the wheel. So you got to be real careful.
Chris Hall with the ball now. 5:35 left to go here in the second quarter. 14-13. There's the score. Ooh, and he gets.
Oh, Davis puts Josh over the line. There you go.
Ooh.
Bringing the power.
So is that a turnover then?
Nope. Josh goes in the box for a minute, and Red Stick keeps the ball and resets the clock.
So if you push your opponent across the line, they go in the penalty box?
Yep, they sure do. Yep.
Oh, that's a light rule. I don't know.
Can't cross the goal line if you don't have the ball.
Okay. Well,
right?
I would. That's all. I would forget boxing you in. I'm pushing you across the goal line every time.
Oh, well, yeah, if you can, absolutely. Right. And then it makes it a 3-on-4 goal, so it makes it much easier.
And how long does a penalty last?
A penalty is a minute or until the other team scores.
Right, so it's
similar to
hockey. Yeah, and I said, because I know hockey, most of them are 2 minutes, but I said I'm pretty sure it's a minute, but then if they score, then they come out. But
big hit here.
Oh, nice pass.
Boy,
and right before the line. Woo, look at Brett Smith.
And so what Chris was doing there with the ball, he wasn't necessarily trying to score. He was trying to get Travis close to that baseline so he could get Travis to go over the line. And then Scrappy would not come out of the box on the goal. It would be a penalty goal, and he'd have to stay in the box and serve the full minute or until they scored again.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So then Yellow would get the ball, but they'd be playing 3-on-4 offensively with Scrappy in the box.
Why would Scrappy be in the box?
Because if Travis had gone over the line, it would have been a penalty goal.
Oh.
Scrappy would have had to stay in the box.
Oh,
That's why Chris didn't score there. He was trying to get Travis over the line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We call it giving him a boo-foo, trying to get him over the line, so it's a penalty goal.
How did Brett end up in the penalty box? How did I just miss that?
You know what? I didn't even see that.
I heard the whistle, but
I'm sitting here talking.
well, yeah, Scrappy. I heard the whistle, and
Yep.
they pointed at him. Well, either way, now it's 15-14, the red team, and
Oh,
out of the
boy.
box. Ooh, and
A little too much on that pass
pops
there.
it up. Mason runs it down. Has Scrappy.
Oh,
Open.
did he throw it away?
Scrappy stop. Chris Hall's.
Oh, boy, right there in the middle.
And it's
wow,
kicked
it's
over.
bouncing back. Oh,
And Scrappy gets it back, and look at that. He will.
wow.
Trying to chase him down was Brett Smith, but Scrappy able to.
Wow.
Well, a little hot potato there, but it
Yeah.
worked out for the goal team.
Yeah.
Chris
Good push
going
there by
Mason.
Chris right
Yeah.
there. Absolutely.
Mason trying to. So wait, I thought. Oh, was he trying? Why was he trying? You can't reach for the ball, though, I thought.
You can. So when there's a clear path to the goal, if somebody fouls you, they call it a penalty goal. That way, it's not somebody going to the box every 5
so
seconds.
you get the goal
yeah.
anyway. It's basically like.
It's a free goal.
Yeah,
it's
so
a free
it's the same
reach.
thing as hockey. If they call a penalty, they can pull their goalie. If they score, then
Absolutely.
it's still
Very
'cause
similar,
they're on
yes.
second. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Okay.
Rather than having to put somebody in the box.
See, mix of basketball, hockey rules, everything here in
Yeah,
quad rugby.
it's a hybrid sport for sure. There's a lot of different rules in there. A little bit of football, a little bit of basketball, hockey.
So we get a timeout from the goal team. Yeah, I like that.
There's even a little bit of soccer with the penalties and the technical fouls and stuff like that. That get people like you can be ejected from a game, stuff like that. Obviously, yeah. If you get I think it's a technical foul down the baseline for a foul, like a really bad foul.
I was gonna say, what constitutes
you
a
can
technical
get two
foul?
of those, and then you're suspended for the next game.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So it's like getting a red card in
Yeah.
soccer. You're definitely out for the next game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What constitutes a really bad foul in the baseline?
So say somebody's coming down to the baseline, it's going to be an obvious goal, and you just spin the crap out of them. I mean, you hit them so hard, and it just spin them, and then they slam down to the ground real hard. There's no reason for that foul whatsoever.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's just dirty pool. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, the bounce pass into Scrappy. Who look at that? Look at
It's
like
a
he's
nice
trying to get a
pass right
rebound
there.
as he's posting up Chris Hall, and Hall almost got his hand on it. Scrappy catches it
That
and
was
says
great.
thank you.
Absolutely.
So we're all knotted up at 16 halfway through the second quarter. The Mercury team in the red jerseys, Enterprise in the gold. And, it gets tipped around. It's a turnover, so Gold will get it back. So have Josh Birch, Scrappy Smith, Mason Simons, and Travis Oldhauser on the court for Gold.
Pretty funny. You can see the looks on these refs. Some of these guys here are chirping a little bit too much at the refs. You can see their faces. They're like, nope, not even going to listen to you right now. Let's go. Let's play.
So you're saying now if Travis is to so we're somehow able to back into Chris and push him across the goal line, that'd be a penalty.
Absolutely. Yep.
Now, is it the full chair, or is it just once wheel?
Just any
once
wheel.
okay.
Any wheel at all.
Wow.
Yep. It's done.
Protecting the baseline. Scrappy trying to get in. Joel gets
Scrappy
there.
gets it.
Ooh,
Wow.
Joel Rodriguez.
So
Had a
right
good
there,
angle.
yeah, absolutely. And Travis right there was trapped in the box there, in the key. So he can only be in there on offense 10 seconds at a time. So once he's trapped in there for 10 seconds, then it's a turnover.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
All right. So how does the jump ball get called? Because officials call a jump ball right there. How's the jump ball
So
get
when
called?
it's shared possession. If you can grab that ball in that guy's lap and hold it there and make him not be able to move it or anything, it's shared possession, which is considered a jump ball. It's a held ball. Yep.
We got some subs now. Larry Porter coming in for the Enterprise team. Doug Pratt coming in, and Emmett Pryor back in the game, and Mason Simon staying on the court.
Nice pass there by
very nice.
by Larry Porter. Going the wrong direction.
Mason, though. Yeah, I was going to say, wait, Mason. Yeah, so the over and back
Oh,
turnover.
boy.
As in the game now for Mercury is number 1. And that is
Sorry,
James.
that's one of those you laugh at a little bit.
Oh, going. Yeah, well, yeah. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
that old school football highlight. The guy from the Vikings that ran, like 55, 60 yards the wrong way.
Exactly.
Nobody from his team telling him to stop. I mean, I blame him, but I half blame the team, too. I mean,
absolutely.
He looked back a few times, and he's like, what? Oh, nice bounce pass there.
That's a great run right there. He protected the ball and then got it to Chris.
And so number 1 is James Trozo for the red team, who checked in. He's on the court with Joel Rodriguez, Brett Smith, and Chris Hall. So we're all knotted up at 17. Got to say happy birthday to Jeff DeLeon.
Yep, Jeff DeLeon. Happy birthday, brother.
It is his birthday.
I hope you're listening, but wish you were here.
I know. I do, too, because, I mean, I was waiting. We were going to have fun picking on, Sean a little more because we have to hear how Bama won a championship, even though they got every call known to man. No, I gave Sean his props. I was teasing him. But, yeah, Jeff and I enjoy giving him a hard time. So, plus, he was going to be here for his birthday. And, he had an Oscar Mike souvenir for me. So,
yeah, and
Chris Holt, Joel Rodriguez, man. So, is he like that point guy? Because he just sets convoys. The last 2 years I've watched him, he's gotten – and again, not that I'm any good, but I'm just in my eyes, Ryan. I think he's gotten a lot better on that. Just kind of.
He actually really has. He's 4 years into his injury now. He's been playing for about that much time.
Okay.
And he's come a long way, a really long way, and he's picking better. He's learning a lot. He's done a lot of camps, and we've done a lot of training together. I mean, and he's a smart guy. He played basketball before he got hurt.
Okay.
So. It translates really well.
Setting picks, setting screens.
Absolutely. Yeah. So as a Class 1, he's doing really well. Nice. And that's his job, That's legit his job, to set picks, set the screens, and work for the high pointer.
So wait, how come right there, though, that Larry's able to almost seemingly swipe at Chris there?
So the ball was outside of Chris's cylinder.
Oh, so you have it like this, you can swipe.
You picture a cylinder that's going straight up around your body.
Okay.
And then when that ball is way out here, you can swipe at that ball.
Okay. But if he pulls it back in and you hit him, it's a penalty.
Exactly. Absolutely.
The gamesmanship, see?
And if the ball's out there and you hit their arm on purpose, then, it's going to be a foul.
Gotcha.
They're going to call it.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, 19-17.
Here we go. Red's probably going to go on a little run here.
Joel Rodriguez blocks off Mason Simons with 2:29 left to go, and Red goes up now by 3, 20-17, as Porter will inbound. Simons, gets knocked away.
Wow.
Well, it'll still be gold ball because it looks like that was off of Trozo.
Yep. It stays yellow, but that ball should have been up there and a little bit more in the air, going up to Chris's hands up there, or Mason's hands up there. And Mason's going to inbound here, so that's going to be pretty rough because he's going to have to stay in the corner because Joel's going to get him on that corner trap. Yep.
And like you said, it's almost thoughts of comparing to basketball too, though. But constant moving, he inbounds, he needs to get it in, but you need to constantly move to not make it easy. And they're going to say over and back.
Boy. Is that over and back? I don't know. That was pretty close.
Maybe you said it's the chair, not the ball.
Yeah,
so
he might have been over half court.
If it hits the back of your
it.
chair, even if it hits the back, it hits you in the back, and you were halfway over, it comes back to somebody else.
Yep, because he was over half court. Yep.
So Mason and Joel hanging out in the corner.
Nice pass there from
Let me ask you this: very solid pass, but as Mason is in the corner there, as Joel's keeping him, I understand you don't want to waste energy, but why not try to get out and move?
So it depends on how Joel's got him. If Joel's got him with his wheel, he can't get around because you can't go out of bounds, right?
Oh, that's right.
The out-of-bounds lines are like another defender for you, right, as a low pointer or as a high pointer even. So he can't come around out of bounds to get around him. And then if he's got him with his wheel in front of the bumper, he can't turn into that bumper and just push him around.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. So no strong arm in literally the competition on that one. Because some people could.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, big time. You look at a guy like Mason or Chris or me and these high pointers, we're all pretty strong, so being able to push somebody out of the way is definitely possible. But Joel's no little guy either.
Right.
He may not be super tall, but he's a pretty stout dude. Yeah.
And that'll be a turnover as
and I believe maybe they are out of timeouts. Maybe that might be the issue there as to why they threw it down the court.
You said they get 4 and 2 bench?
Yep. 4 on the court, yep.
I only Because red, I know, took 1. I thought they took 2. But maybe you want to save them because it's just for the whole game. That is the other side to that, as inbounding now will be Brett Smith, again a Marine vet. Gets it to Chris Hall.
Yeah, they're definitely out of timeouts. That's exactly why they're doing it, because they're yelling at them to throw it down the court. That way they can at least make them work back through their defense again.
Right, right. Oh, and Mason gets into Chris Hall, but a little bit too far, teeny bit behind, angles him away, but Hall gives his team a 5-point lead, making it 22-17. Mason trying to send his team down court. And he is going to send it down court. Oh, and trying to get there, Doug Pratt.
Oh, man.
And Chris Hall just gets in the way and watches it just go out.
Yep.
So now Mason getting double teamed by Trozope and Joel Rodriguez.
Everybody on Chris. On Chris.
Oh, off his bumper.
And it's going to be a turnover. Chris, I love it. He shows the. I told him that last year. He shows the emotion. I'm like, I thought you were going to
I'm the
literally
same way.
take somebody,
Like,
take somebody's, go at somebody's chair and just, like demolition derby, send him off the court, which I know you can't, or you could, but it has consequences.
He's right there. He's right there.
Oh. Does Joel get to the corner is the question.
So Mason inbounding the ball. Pratt trying to get loose. And Larry Porter's right there. Gets it to Porter.
Oh, now they got a double trap down there. That's what we call it, to keep him in the corner. And Joel gets him in the corner there. Yep.
Ooh.
Maneuvers just enough.
And we have a whistle.
Hey, get on
It's red ball.
Oh,
Joel
wow.
causing the turnover.
Doug, Joel, right now.
Hey, there's your teammate. Is that Chet Miller I see?
Yep, that is
coming
Chet
up?
Miller
Yeah.
coming up on the end of the table there. He worked hard for me yesterday, that's for sure. Chet Miller's a great low pointer, man. I tell you what, he's just super smooth. He's always positive. Yeah, doesn't get down, and he's always willing to pump the team up.
Oh, look at Mason had to fight through 3 people there, but he's able to do it. They needed that goal, Ryan, under a minute,
Oh, big
22-18.
Yep.
They're within 4, and we'll see if they can keep the red team off the board.
Oh,
look
boy.
at Mason with the nice steal
2
there.
big turnovers here. That's huge.
Goes out. Oh, nice. Ooh. Well, he's trying to go outside Larry Porter, but Chris Hall cuts him off. Oh, and he throws it behind Emmett. That's a tough catch for anyone right there.
No, yeah, that's a pass he shouldn't have made there. Unfortunately, he should have brought it out, reset it. They had plenty of time. That's one thing that happens all the time if you think about it.
Because you get it and you want to rush. And
Yep,
human nature,
absolutely.
but you're 100%
Turnover,
right.
that's one of the biggest things we always talk about. What happens right after a turnover is another turnover. Yep, all the time, too.
Well, Chris gets
There you
cut
go.
off, but
Nice
he gets it up
pass.
very nice out front of Brett Smith. Joel Rodriguez saying, relax, you're good.
There you
You're
go.
good.
Yep, take some ticks.
One fucking guy.
Can you push him? Can you push him back? Can you push him across the line if you're trying to get
Absolutely.
to save time?
Yep.
Okay.
So as long as they don't stop and go backwards, you can cross the line and just get a penalty goal. Right? If they're
no, I
moving
meant
forward,
if you
and
can
then
you push them from behind across?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look
Yep.
at, Chris trying to cut Mason off. Ooh, and look at
Oh,
that.
he gets to him.
Sends him out.
Wow. What a great push right there by Chris. Yeah.
Again, sideline being the
Yep.
because defense in all sports literally gets no help, but the sideline is always,
Absolutely.
like you said, an added defender, but an added help for the defense.
No kidding. And that's for sure right there.
When Chris gets it up to Brett Smith, he'll catch it, and with 10 seconds left, he'll take one turn, and
Yep,
now
just
he
take
goes
the
across
goal right
'cause
there.
Mason was about to give him the nice bump across, but just like that, they're within 4, now down by 6, 24-18.
Uh-oh, getting close to the 10 seconds here. Joel getting so good right now at getting that baseline trap on these high pointers. Yeah. Which is something that it takes a long time for low pointers to perfect.
Yes, it is. So as we go to zeros, 24-18 the score. The red team almost leads by 6, though, with the gold team, or yellow team, Enterprise, in striking distance. We'll step aside, but you are checking out the 38th annual National Veterans Wheelchair Games, co-sponsored by the Department of Veterans Affairs and the Paralyzed Veterans of America. Again, you can check out wheelchairgames.org/live-streaming.com for times and links to the rest of the live streams. Again, second half of rugby coming up. We have the consolation game in quad rugby right after this, but Ryan and I will step aside and have second half action coming up here from the Convention Center in Orlando, Florida. Back here at the Orange County Convention Center in Orlando, Florida. the 38th Annual National Veterans Wheelchair Games, co-presented by the Department of Veterans Affairs and the Paralyzed Veterans of America, along with Ryan Lindstrom, known as the Bully on the quad rugby court. I'm Michael Caratanudo, as, again, First Nation sponsoring quad rugby, as the red team is up 25-18 as we come out of halftime. And Gold Scrappy Smith back on the court, along with Mason Simons. Larry Porter, good passes from Porter. He's been pretty consistent with that.
He's been pretty solid.
Been set. And Simons trying.
Oh, boy.
Wow. And, well, you guys do not shy away from the contact, as
Not
Terrence
at all.
Smith now back on the court again. Everybody has to get the minutes, but Terrence Smith was in pretty good position, but Mason's like, I'm just going to go right at you.
Yep. That's size going against a little bit of a lightweight there. Mason's got some size to him, so he can go right through him. Smitty's a little guy. Quick, but a little guy.
Yes. Well, Smitty, well, for the red team, so they have a lead, and so players come off. Joel on the court with Chris Hall, and like you said, Terrence Smith and Paul Mann on the court. So they're pretty well put together, Mister. I'm getting a scouting report.
Yeah, I got to watch what I'm going here, because if I'm playing red, I gotta get my scouting report in now, because oh boy, and he dropped it. Oh no.
Oh. Mason got
I
a
think,
little smile on his face.
Yeah, I think Larry might have got that one.
Hey, you don't have to inbound in the corner. You don't have to inbound in the corner.
Mason didn't have to inbound in the corner, as Tim's trying to tell him. But we'll get to see Tim out here. See the bandage right on his elbow. But man,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
Get off of that.
Unfortunately, Tim's not able to play. He had some cellulitis in his right elbow there, and it swelled up pretty bad. He was in the hospital. He's pumping antibiotics right now,
yeah.
trying to get it to go down. He wanted to play so bad today, but I told him, look, man, it's not worth getting injured even worse.
Yeah.
And he knows, but
It is the fine line, but
yeah,
something like
absolutely.
That,
Yeah.
even if you're, especially people like when you're sick, if it's it's like, oh, I can play, and you push it, but then it's like, well, you're going to be sick for even longer.
Yeah, exactly. You don't give the body the rest it needs. Be in big trouble.
Look at that pass over to Terrence Smith, who gets free and gets a nice little bump across the line by Travis Olthauser, saying, "How you doing?" Both Army vets.
Bench.
So Tim takes a bench timeout. Well, love him on the court, but I like having the experienced coach.
Absolutely. Tim's ready to talk to his players here.
Why'd you take that inbound in the corner? You didn't need to.
So as they come over, and in the red team at a halftime, 27-19, and yellow's got to. Okay, I shouldn't say what they have to. You know better. What are some of the things that you're seeing, maybe tendencies that they could take advantage of?
So yellow, Mason is inbounding a lot here. He should not be, but if yellow can get some guys to keep Joel and Paul away from Mason so that double team can't lock Mason up, that's what they really need to do, so that he doesn't have to inbound every time. Yeah, I mean, that's a big thing, because Mason's the number one. He needs to be on the court to get that inbound in perfect every time.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna.
And Red's doing just a good job. They're running smooth. They're running their players, and, I mean, they're doing pretty good here.
Throwing it
And then
down
there's
court, and
Larry
look at
there
that.
making a good pass down court to Scrappy here.
Just hung out, and everybody's like, "Oh, yep, Scrappy." Chris.
That's something a lot of times happens, after. Oh, that's a penalty right there. That's a penalty right there. That should be, anyways.
Yeah, Chris got called for one or two of those last year. I
It's
remember.
not necessary. Yep, not necessary at all.
Hustling. You get a little warning there. All right, I'm for the warning. It's like before you get the first yellow card in soccer, you'll get a warning or two.
Well, that's one that shouldn't have been a warning, honestly, in my eyes. As a rugby player, as an experienced player out here, you know where you are at all times on the court. So Chris knows he probably shouldn't have been there, but yeah.
So 27-20. It's a turnover.
Yeah, that's a big turnover right there.
Yellow well, that's what they need to get back into it. Is
absolutely turnover after turnover. They need to keep working here.
Well, maybe Tim and Mason heard you, taking their time, going back up top.
Yep.
So now Mason.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
Nice key offense here.
Over
Very
to
nice.
Scrappy, and Chris trying to back into him, push him back, but Scrappy too far in front of him. Now that makes it 27-21. As that gets inbounded to Terrence Smith, and nice pick there by Paul Mann.
Yeah.
Joel leading the way up the court as Smith, no over and back, had a cut back, but he did it before he crossed the half-court stripe.
Got it just in time.
And 20 seconds
Smitty's
left
here,
on the
moving with the ball here. 15.
And
that's what we're talking about right there. Those passes right there, when you're trying to make quick passes, you make them pass. You know what I mean? Stop the ball.
Because you had mentioned last year, too, about making sure guys could take the ball in as Scrappy chases that down. Terrence Smith trying to get in front of him, but Scrappy scores, gets him back to the time. But you mentioned last year putting it into the right spot, and you're moving, which makes it tougher.
Yep.
But into basically the target zone to where who you're throwing it to can catch it.
Absolutely. Yep.
So if a bounce pass is better, maybe you got to realize you can't throw it over the top like you were telling me last year.
There you go. Exactly. And you got to know if this guy can catch 2 feet in front of his body, how long their arms are. And that comes with playing with each other. It's just like a quarterback and a wide receiver. You know what I mean? You know how high that guy can jump. Right. You know how far that guy can run, how fast he runs. It's all a timing thing as well. Like, how fast can this guy push? Can he catch that ball? Can he catch up to that ball? Do you need to put backspin on it? You know what I mean?
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. It all comes into play.
Well, when you have a fast break connoisseur like Scrappy Smith and nobody's on the other side of half court, they're thinking they can chase him down, but he gets going, picks it up in stride, and just goes across the line. So they're going to, as Red took the timeout there, maybe talking about that, somebody might have to come cheat back a little bit more to hang out with Scrappy.
They need to keep somebody up there with him. I think that was definitely a missed play right there. They should have had somebody up there with him.
So, and now when you call a timeout again, though, the shot clock doesn't reset, but you still get 12 seconds reset to get across half court.
Absolutely.
See, I did remember from last year, kids. I do remember some things.
Oh, boy, here's another turnover.
Wow.
Called a meter violation there. Oh, nope, maybe not.
He's called.
Maybe the meter was on Travis, I guess.
Yeah, was it? Did he reach or?
Nope, because so when you're inbounding there, you there's a meter on the court that you have to stay outside of that meter before until the inbound happens. Once the inbounds happened, then that meter goes away. You just have to allow them onto the court.
Well, they get another turnover because it looks like.
I think they got a timeout here.
They got a timeout. Okay.
Because they were fumbling around here with the ball. And
I was going to say, and the fact that when we were both looking at it, but Terrence Smith to keep that in, he's coming towards the sidelines and reached out and bounced it right back and took a dribble, I should say, right back towards towards his chair. And I don't see how he didn't go flying out. So now Joel inbounds it to Chris as Mason now dropping off Chris, going back down court. Scrappy, trying to cut off Chris, and he does as there's 7 left on the shot clock.
Oh, wow. Here's what I was talking about earlier. It's a penalty goal, so Travis has to stay in the box, and they're going to go 3-on-4 here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, wait, it was a penalty goal because, Scrappy fouled him.
Because Scrappy went over the baseline there.
I got
wow, and they got it here. Check that out.
Look at that. 3-on-4, Scrappy.
Wow.
Look at that. And, again, the secondary break. Larry just kind of reading, let everybody get down.
Yep.
Had the open, literally right down the middle, and Larry Porter gets the goal, so 28-23. But now, it's got about 30 more seconds left in the penalty box.
Yep.
And here,
and they'll tell him, see, there he is on the court now already. Yep.
Well, Chris scores, making it 29-23 as Chris crashes into Mason. They say hi, how you doing again to each other? I know you're not saying hi, family good?
Yeah, right.
Good? Yeah.
Oh, there's a turnover.
Oh.
Boy. That's tough. That's tough. When you start getting on a little roll right there, it's a heartbreaker. Just can't quit here. He's got to keep fighting. They all got to keep fighting.
Scrappy saying, come on, put it outside your cylinder. Just one time. Just one time. That's Chris. And, gets by him, and Chris will go in. Guys, again, amazing to me the speed you guys get out of that. I mean, just like you said, it becomes second nature, but just once you get going. And the fact that, especially, we talked about, obviously, the setup of the adaptive sports bikes with the angle,
absolutely.
but I mean, how you're able to, like, stop and literally, like, cut back on a dime.
Yeah, because those wheels are angled out like that, it makes it so that you can make a turn without even touching your wheels.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Nice save by Scrappy. Gets
Absolutely.
it over to Larry Porter, and he'll get the goal. Gets his team within 6, but yeah, as they're the double team with Mason down at the other end. Joel coming off of him now as Paul Mann staying with him.
Oh, there's a turnover right there. Wow.
Keeping Gold in the game.
Gold still got some players, or a player that they need to definitely get in the game here.
That was a hard bounce pass there by Larry Porter to Mason Simons. He's like, let's go.
Said, here, take it.
No goal.
Oh, wow. Larry must have put Joel over the line there.
So yeah. So Joel goes into the penalty box.
Yep.
Something like this, I know normally if you have a lead, you want to take time off the clock, but not having the lead,
now you
want
need
to
score quick. Yep. But they've got Travis over there to get Joel. So now Mason will be good.
Right,
to
and not give up the goal quick because they could send it right down to Joel on the inbound. So Travis.
There goes Mason, about to go the wrong way again. He hasn't been on this end much. They've been trapping him down there this whole time.
Makes it 30-25, 3:15 left to go here in the third quarter. Again, 4 8-minute quarters as Chris Hull again showing his speed as Scrappy.
Ooh,
Scrappy gave him a little
Scrappy
bump.
Gave him a little kiss there.
Yeah, right. Hey, well, he wasn't across the line yet. Probably a little
Not
payback
yet,
from earlier.
Tell you what, he was close enough. He almost got him to that cone.
You guys being in the military don't forget much, and I know on the court, definitely most people don't forget much.
No,
Mason
definitely
gets
not.
It over to Scrappy. Look
Nice
at that.
pass, nice snag by Scrappy there.
Well, makes it 31-26. Again, hanging around with, if they can keep it to 5 and go on a run. Again, you need the turnovers.
Yep, they got a shot here. Keep working, keep whittling away.
Oh, and a
right
turnover.
There you go.
Mason, good idea by Mason. Didn't think he could make the pass, and now trying to get to Scrappy. Joel steps in, though.
Man.
Mason looking for a foul.
Oh, jump ball.
So it is gold ball.
Yep, I was about to say the arrow's pointing at yellow, so that means they get to keep the ball. But that also means that red gets the ball at the beginning of the fourth. So if yellow can get another jump ball when they're on defense, then they're in good shape.
You guys are going in 10, 3, and 2 are going to go in. Everybody but 5. Hey.
Oh, and look at that. Scrappy gets it over.
Oh, Travis gets it.
Travis Oldhauser, across the line.
That's a rare low pointer score right there, which is pretty awesome.
Scrappy, even though he's, again, being a
Oh,
double team,
boy.
another
There's
turnover.
another one.
Scrappy's all
That's
alone
a
if
big
Mason can
turnover
find
right
him,
there.
and he does that. Look at that.
Wow.
Scrappy reaches back. Well, you said they can make a run in the fourth. I said if they keep it close, they're within 3 now, Ryan.
Yep, absolutely. They're working hard right now.
As we get a full timeout by
That's
the red
big.
team.
That's a good call right there by Joel. Settle him down, get him back into the game here. Yeah. Yellow's making some subs here.
Got to get the minutes. In the 38th Annual National Veterans Wheelchair Games, co-presented by the Department of Veterans Affairs and the Paralyzed Veterans of America, along with Ryan Lindstrom, who we played in this gold medal game. Also a gold medal game in softball. Got the silver in slalom, right?
Yep.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, putting in some work this week. Yeah.
And didn't get to play softball last year. Yeah, the first thing you said to me this year, you're very stoked about that. Cause,
absolutely.
Again, I know in softball means the first 120. Oh, there's little Duran. There's Scrappy's son. Yeah, I told him I was going to let him broadcast, and And he's like,
Oh, that'd be
Mom's
great.
like, he just yelled. And I said, well, he was yelling at Dad. We'll let him do it, you know?
Exactly. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yell all day.
He got a little pool time, he was saying. I was saying
Look
Scrappy
at
was
Joel
warming
down
up.
here getting a double team.
Oh.
That's probably the first time in his rugby career he's ever gotten a double team. I'll tell you what. He's probably loving it, too. That's awesome.
Well, he's trying to keep moving, positioning the chairs. Can't push him out of the way, but, yeah, he gets the double team. Interesting. As Doug Pratt and Emmett Pryor, but, Chris Hall, Mason Simons. Well, it gets there. Chris talking to him a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Letting him know, hey, yeah, I got down here.
As Josh Birch will inbound. So Birch, Simons, Pryor, and Pratt on the court for the yellow team. The Enterprise team for Mercury, the red.
There you go, Josh.
Oh, look at that.
Leaking out there, boy.
Birch, trying to get Chris Hall.
Nice push.
Good job by Josh there.
A great push there.
Well, Chris not taking the penalty because Josh had the ball in the cylinder.
Yep.
Yeah, so Chris Hall, Paul Mann, Terrence Smith, and number 21, Joel Rodriguez, who, again, still has that double team. 32-29, though. But, again, in double teaming him, it's a little easier for Chris to get across the line.
Yep, absolutely. Well, what Yellow Gold is trying to do right now is just score every goal on offense.
Okay.
That's really all they're trying to do, 2-on-3, score every goal on offense. Because if they don't, that's where Red will take advantage here, you know.
Look at that. Birch gets to it. And now
Joel,
here comes Smith, though. And he gets in. Makes it 33-29. And, I don't know why I was thinking this is the fourth quarter. They took the timeout.
Yeah.
There's 1:25 left in the third. So,
yeah.
And Scrappy and Larry will be back in the game. So
It's going to be an interesting fourth quarter. Because I believe Gabe still needs to get his 8 minutes. Yeah,
yes, Gabe Diaz de Leon has not been in.
I think he needs to get his 8 minutes. So he'll come in probably for the whole fourth quarter, but he's a solid 1-5. So
okay,
he's got a good picker. He's got a good pass.
Okay. Strategy.
Oh, yeah.
Wanted freshness in the fourth quarter.
Keep eyes on everything, you know what I mean?
So that's going cross court.
Chris
Is
trying,
he touching?
oh, no way.
Oh.
Was it 10-second no touch?
10 seconds. Oh, because the ball's on the court. If nobody touches it from 10 seconds,
Yep.
it's a turnover to the other team?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
Wait. Hey, Travis, wait. Travis, they haven't called you.
Mason
Subs!
gets helped up.
Subs!
As Travis Oldhauser was going to check in the game with 1:04 left.
Emmett, wait!
So he'll check in for Emmett Pryor. You can only have 4. Red team talking a little trash there. You can only have 4 as Emmett comes off with a smile on his face.
Yeah, it looks like they're definitely saving Gabe for the fourth quarter there.
As Josh Birch will inbound. Gets it again to the the throw it up high to Mason. Throw it up high.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you played with Mason?
With Mason, yes.
Okay.
Well, we go to different tournaments around the country, but
Okay.
never at the games.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we've played a lot together, actually.
Oh, and Joel playing
man,
nice
big
defense
turnover
there.
here.
Mason sent it over to Doug Pratt. Well, with 40 seconds left. And Joel Rodriguez making sure that he's going to take his time. As Mason is there in the double team. Like you said, going 2-on-3. Got to be able to score, but 34-30. So
15 seconds here.
say about a second difference between the shot clock and game clock. As Chris goes to the outside, and right at the end of the shot clock gets in 1.5. So I said 1, a second and a half difference.
Yep, exactly. Chris waving at the table. Probably waving at me saying, hey, I'll see you on Saturday.
Yeah, yeah. He was
Yeah, see, I told you. What'd I tell you?
Hey, I know it's not for me. Yeah, I talked to him before the game. We caught up. We're good. We're good.
That's great.
As it goes off.
That's too funny.
Wow. Fourth quarter coming up as they have a few minutes. As again, you can go to wheelchairgames.org/live-streaming.com for more for the times and links to the rest of the live streams. If you've missed any, well, we're glad you're here now. Shame on you. You've missed a lot of great stuff. But don't worry, you'll be able to go back and watch it. And you can hear the bully here, Mr. Ryan Lindstrom, hanging out with me, doing some last year even jumped into some basketball, too. We mixed it up last year.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And now I'll see you in softball finally. I know I'm giving you a hard time because you're like, couldn't play last year. And then this year, I'm playing. The first game I do, your team comes over and you're at the slalom. So getting the silver medal.
Silver medal in slalom. Yep,
nice.
absolutely. Yeah, it was a really tough course this year, so that was definitely pretty awesome to run through it the way I did. I felt pretty good.
Well, the Super G is is Saturday, and we have that in the morning. And then last year again, it's man.
That Super G is an insane course.
Yes,
it's unreal. That is legit. American Ninja Warrior for like freaking wheelchairs.
Yes,
it's crazy.
Absolutely,
it's absolutely it's nuts.
And the crazy thing about it too is this year with the Super G they changed it up a little bit. That it's head to head.
Yeah, they're going head
to
head.
So you're going head to head. So and then I guess the best times unless they do a bracket style, I'll find out tomorrow because Abby who puts the course together.
They're doing. It's a bracket style, so they're going head to head, and then you got to face off again, and there's a couple of rounds or something like that. Sounds insane.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought too. That's exactly what I thought. But Abby LaCoy, who's has been putting the courses together since 2003.
Oh, Tim's over here getting his lineup set up.
Hey, Mason, Pryor, Gabe, and Josh.
Yeah, so here comes Gabe.
Oh boy,
like you said,
got to get some minutes in here.
Tim, how many minutes does Pryor need? He only needs 1. Nice. No, Pryor's good, right?
Yeah, Tim trying to Tim Vixe trying to
I'd have him ready for the next dead ball.
Yeah. Travis.
So we found out that Emmett's good, so now Travis is going to get to check back in. But Gabe, like you said, fourth quarter on the court, he can play the full 8 minutes.
He's going to have to. Yeah. Gabe's is a good guy. He's I've known him for a long time now. Really good guy, smart player. Pretty decent function there, and he's
well, David Celestine gets the goal right there. But
absolutely.
Yeah, because I noticed that. Because Gabe the other day, he said I was noticing, like you said, set quite a few good screens, getting in the way of guys, getting his guys free. So, yeah, Gabe Diaz de Leon, Mason Simons, Josh Birch, and Emmett Pryor on the court.
Davis bails him out.
Oh, Davis Celestine with the penalty there. Nice double team is Joel Rodriguez and Davis Celestine, Chris Hall, and Jeremiah Butler on the court. So now it's, again, they're down by 6, though, so score quick.
Yeah, no kidding. Got to score real quick every time.
As Birch gets it into Simons, as Chris Hall trying to cut him off, send him out. Ooh, Mason turns in and has Gabe. Well, look at that.
There you go.
Right spot,
right
right
in
time.
Position.
Ooh.
It's all right. Just get the pick there. Oh.
Gets it back to Mason.
There you go.
Mason.
Way to keep coming with it.
Backs up.
Mason hit there. Jeremiah, they're trying to put him over the line to get that penalty goal. Yep.
Because then Davis just would have stayed, or Jeremiah would have went to the
Davis would have had to stay in.
Okay, all right.
Well, it kind of would have depended if they'd have called it a penalty or not. Then if it's a penalty, then Jeremiah goes in and Davis still stays in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Because then they just keep possession and they go for another goal.
36-31. Chris Hall coming across the court as, well, little traffic jam. But look at that. His convoy is set up beautifully there by Joel Rodriguez and Jeremiah Butler.
Good patience shown by Chris right there, slowing up and just waiting for the hole to open up just like a good running back.
I was going to say, yeah, because that's any sport. You think basketball, when coaches tell you, go this way. If you take the shortcut, you screw up the timing, and you're not opening up another part of the court. That's got to be one of the outside of getting used to the chair, but in the rules of the game, this is one of the toughest parts to get you is like staying patient because you're like, hey, let them get there, and it'll open up, and I can get in.
Absolutely, yep. And understanding that, hey, you don't have to just – go full speed the whole time. There's times to slow up. If you look at Le'Veon Bell with the Steelers,
I know.
If you watch him run, he's so patient, right? He waits for that hole to pop open and then he runs through it. That's a lot of what a high pointer does if they don't have full out speed. They wait for their low pointer to pick and then they hit the hole and go.
Yep. 37-31. So Mason cuts off Chris, and Davis greets Mason there. And now Chris will make it a 38-31 game. 6:21 left to go here in the game. Gabe with the ball. Well, almost turns it over, but Josh is there to pick it up. Yeah.
12 seconds here. Yep. 12 seconds.
So I'm at a Mason checkout as Larry Porter and Doug Pratt check back in as well.
This line is probably going to have some trouble here without Mason on the court. I think they have to get some guys some minutes here.
Yeah, I was going to say. So Birch inbounds to Porter. Well, gets it into him. As Porter again.
Moving up court here. Porter's pushing well here.
Jeremiah saw that.
Look
at that. Gabe doing a great job.
Man.
Just behind
Close.
Doug. Trying to get there, but it'll be a turnover.
Oh, that should have been a spin right there. Joel gets away with one a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
What did he get away with?
A little bit of a spin there on the old man there, Doug.
Oh, no. Call him an old man.
Well, he even says it. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
So 39-31 is Chris, gets the ball, but chooses to chew up some clock. Wait, what was that?
That's a little chirp in there, I think.
Oh, okay.
See where right now here, Red is trying to run down the clock, which what they really should be doing is scoring quick because defensively they're going to get turnovers with this lineup in. So instead of running the clock down, they need to score quick and then jump on them on defense. Whereas if Mason was out there, yeah, you want to run the clock down. But if he's off the court, you're more liable to get turnovers. So the more you score, the more they have the ball, the more turnovers you're going to get from them.
Right.
Yeah.
Gabe taking a few dribbles. Nice. Almost handed off. Thought he handed off.
It looked like a handoff. Yeah.
Oh,
Doug going to get one.
Man, like you said,
he
gets
one.
the goal. Making it 40-32.
That's
4:35 left to go.
Oh. Are we going to get one? Is Yellow going to get one here? Wow, look at that.
Yeah, Josh Birch with the turnover.
Look at
that. Picks it up off the inbound. As he gets it over to Larry Porter. Porter, trying to find the goal line. 15 left on the shot clock.
They're working on it here. 12 seconds.
Getting into the middle. Nice job.
Oh, and
look
Gabe
at
gets
that.
the pick. Wow.
No surprise there.
Wow, it's a 7-point game now.
Pickmaster Gabe. Makes it 40-33 as Joel inbounds. Trying to get it to Davis.
Oh, boy.
Nice reach out there by Davis, and, well, he's going to break away. It takes a dribble.
That was close to another one right there.
Another what?
Another turnover.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Josh was almost right there for that one, too. Yeah.
The technical.
He didn't let him on the court. Oh, he came on the court and turned. Yep. Jeremiah's in the box here.
Oh, because you have to give him, obviously.
Yep, you have to let them get their big wheels on the court.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha. Once they're on, then it's fair game.
Yep, absolutely.
So they're making a timeout.
Oh,
so
wow.
Mason
Here's the big
Scrappy.
dog lineup right here. We're going to see what happens here.
Well, it's 8 with 3:47.
This is hands down their strongest lineup right here.
It can be done, right?
Yep, they're going to run a 2-5, 2-5, 1-5, 1-5. All ball handlers and some good defense, too.
Right, but
so
I'm saying
it's definitely
8 points
possible.
All right, yeah, there we go. We'll see if so we got.
This is similar to what we did yesterday, only we had a full 8 minutes to make that at 10 points up. So
nice.
We'll see what happens here. 3:47. Could be something interesting, I'll tell you what. Depends on how Red did their subs.
That is true. There's Tim going down to check on time. We're seeing what they're saying in their huddle.
He's going down there to check on who they have in right now, who they put on the court. So right now, yeah, this could get really interesting here.
James Trozope, number 1, number 21, Joel Rodriguez. 13 is Chris Hall, and who is their 4th? Oh, Jeremiah's in the penalty box. I'm like, they're short. But Scrappy gets the goal, so Jeremiah will now come out of the penalty box. Scrappy Smith with the score. Got to try and, Mason's saying everybody on Chris. Scrappy
Chris
trying
gets
to push
around
him
there.
out. And now sends it up. Can Jeremiah get there and get control? Oh, he does. One hand showing off a little bit there.
He's showing off a little bit. He's class 3, so he should be able to snag that for sure. Absolutely.
Well, 3:28 left. Gets it over to Scrappy as Jeremiah.
Scrappy should just be following his picks up court here.
Here comes Gabe. Oh, he's going to throw it up court to Gabe.
Too much, Scrap. Oh, no.
Yes, that is a little too much. Oh, a turnover right to Scrappy.
Nice. Way to get that ball back.
You hear Mason, don't let Chris get the ball.
Way to get that point back.
Chris is going to inbound again because, like you said, you got to let him get on the court. So strategy playing there. So that goes down court to Joel. It's Mason.
Ooh, big hit there.
Mason trying to get in front of him.
Trying to get that timing there.
Good jump call.
Good call on the jump there. Yep, that's a good call. Yep.
Oh, wait, I thought it was within his cylinder there.
So he reached in, he palmed that ball, and you could tell he had the ball because Joel pulled his arm up to try and take his arm away. And that's illegal, too.
Right.
So he gave him a jump instead of a clearing
you were chirping
out.
about that the other day, too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, because sometimes they just don't see it, and it's okay. You know, I mean, I can understand if you don't see it, but if you make the wrong call, that's when I get upset, you know.
So 42-35, Mason coming up court.
But these guys, these officials are running a lot of games this week without anybody else officiating. They're not taking any time off. So it's really just them, which is pretty tough on them, too. That's a lot of work.
Oh, and look at that. Chris Oh, getting guided across the line
See,
by
now
Mason.
is when they want to slow down and take their time taking
right.
that goal. You take the goal if you got it, but you take your time doing it. Yeah. Oh, no.
Turnover. Oh, wow. Well, so what was the call there, though?
I don't know what she's trying to call here. Yeah, she's saying that he came out of bounds and went all the way around, and that's not, he was looking to go inbound, but Josh was there to inbound.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about it.
So,
Yep. That's not the right call there, unfortunately. Yep.
so who went out of bounds?
So Mason was challenging the goal there. So when he went out of bounds, he can go back in wherever he wants on the goal line. But she's saying because he went around, it's a turnover, and that's not the case there, unfortunately.
So makes it 44-36 as they get the score there. The Team Mercury in the red jerseys.
Nice snag there by Mason.
And now he's going to try and get it to Scrappy.
There
it bounces
go.
over Joel. And Scrappy able to get
work
there. Well, they needed that. It's at 44-37 with 2:03 left. Now they definitely
that's pretty tough to make
not
up, but it's possible.
They need to not let Chris get the ball. Scrappy. Well,
every possession here has to be a turnover, and that doesn't look like it's going to happen.
as Chris takes a dribble, looks back, and no rush to score.
Nope. Doesn't need to score. He should be just taking all the time.
Gabe says, well, you're going to score.
Yeah. Mathematically, really, if Red wanted to, they could get it over and just take the full 40 seconds every time and turn it over if they wanted to.
Right.
Yeah.
So Mason's going to send it to Scrappy. Chris coming back. Scrappy gets possession. Scrappy. Whoa.
A little shake and bake there.
Definitely shake and bake. Might have the lead, but he's still got a little bit of juke there. So 45-38, 1:43 left to go in the game. Alongside Navy vet Ryan Lindstrom, Michael Caratenuto. Again, wheelchairgames.org/live-streaming.com.
And there's
Chris
one.
Turns it over. Gets it back
Gotta
up to
score it
Scrappy.
quick.
Yeah, well.
There you go.
45-39. And now look at that. Gabe and Josh. Oh, now he's, inbounding the ball. Still has to get it into somebody. It's Gabe and Josh double teaming Joel. Bounces it to Joe. Oh, it gets punched. Was that by Joe? Oh, no. It was by Josh. Is this Josh's first year playing rugby? Ryan, do you know?
Josh's first? No, it's his second, actually. He was here last year. He's a very new player still, yes.
But it looks like he's picking it up pretty. Even from the other day, he looks a little more confident.
He absolutely is. Yeah, every time I see him play, he gets better and better. Yeah. And he's got the right frame. As long as he keeps building muscle, he's going to be in great shape for rugby.
As that ball gets inbounded to Chris Hall, who has Terrence Smith coming down the court as Mason Simons goes into Chris, and Terrence, tries to cut him off. Ooh, Mason, gets in front of Chris, but trying to get a jump ball and palm it. Chris takes a dribble and
they're letting him swing away a little bit there, I tell you what.
And now they call the penalty. I was going to say, when you started laughing, I was like, they're letting a little bit go there.
They're letting him swing away for a few minutes there, and then they said, all right, we'll call it now. You get 4 or 5 tries. Stuck your hand in the cookie jar one too many times.
Exactly. All right, so I got some good pointers from you. You're just going to have to get out there. Ken.
Heck yeah. That'll be a good time. Less than a minute here. This game's definitely well in hand now.
They made a run. They made a run.
They sure did, yeah.
Look at Joel. Ooh, decides to stop.
Oh,
Joel lifted his hand there.
that could have. He covered the ball up, and that's
Okay.
okay. You just can't push somebody else's hand away.
Ooh, Scrappy can't hold on to it. Goes to Chris. No shot clock. He can just kind of get across half court and hang out.
Yeah.
So you'll be playing the red team again. Little revenge
That's
on your
what it
mind
looks like.
already.
I'm looking forward to it now. I'll tell you what. I already got in mind what I plan on doing, so.
Any chance telling us? No, I'm just kidding. No coach gives a game plan away before the game. So hold on to it. The final 5 seconds ticking off the clock here. Orange County Convention Center here in Orlando hosting one of the many spots to host the 38th Annual National Veterans Wheelchair Games, and that is it, 46-39. The Team Mercury over Enterprise. And they will meet the Team X, the gray team, for the gold medal. And, well, now the Enterprise team gets to turn right around and play Apollo, the black team.
Boy, I tell
which
you what,
we'll have coming up in about half an hour.
Game too.
So at least they get about half an hour to catch their breath, right?
There you go, yeah.
Get out of their
30
chairs.
minutes. Oh, they're not getting out of the chairs.
Oh, no.
Too much. That takes too long.
Okay.
They'll roll around out here, cool down a little bit, get some water, get refreshed here for a minute, and then be ready to go back at it. That's more time than usually you get at a tournament. Usually if you got a back-to-back, you got about 10 minutes.
Yeah, last year, that's right. There was a few that seemed a little quick to me. Well, again, thank you so much for joining us. Check out wheelchairgames.org/live-streaming.com for times and links for the rest of the live streams this week. I'm Michael Carasanudo for Ryan Lindstrom and, of course, First Nation for sponsoring Rugby. Thank you for joining us here at the 38th Annual National Veterans Wheelchair Games, co-presented by the Department of Veterans Affairs and Paralyzed Veterans of America. We'll step aside. But again, the consolation game, bronze medal game at 8 o'clock here from 38th Annual National Veterans Wheelchair Games.